Welcome back to the SMT Media Network. In this video, I want to discuss this developing story. This has been one of the most unique, unusual, and it's just such a random situation. Alright, so let's backtrack a couple of steps. Back in the day, there have been some players, at least. Kevin Garnett was one of them. Just verbally speaking out the possibility that Lebron could be taking performance-enhancing drugs, or may have been, or is, or has been. Whatever the verbiage may have been. Kevin Garnett verbalized that. That's not the first time somebody has accused LeBron of that. The scorching Rick Bucher monologue, you guys may remember that. I covered it on my channel as well, where he kind of voiced and spoke and explained what players around the league and coaches around the league have been saying in regards to those same types of claims. And I'm not here to say that any of this has been proven. LeBron has never failed a drug test of any sort and those kind of things. So this is just what folks have as a sentiment towards LeBron on this issue. Jeff Teague comes out, literally says some of those same things, right? Talking about LeBron in Miami and, you know, him being on steroids and those kind of things. We don't have any information proving there is evidence or, you know, positive drug tests, performance-enhancing drugs that were confirmed. We don't have any of that. We just have some credible people who are claiming that they believe it, or their people are saying it, right, and those kind of things. So I prefaced my positions on this very clearly. You have to be proven of something in order for it to be confirmed, and then say that those allegations are true. For now, these are claims and allegations. We leave it at that in that respect. But I want to speak about this new development, and that's Jeff Teague walking it back, right? First of all, my position on Jeff Teague is very clear. This dude is a clown. He's a clown for every reason. This doesn't make him less of a clown. It makes him more of a clown in my eyes. I never liked him. I never thought he was credible. I never took his opinion seriously on anything. And I have my reasons, but this is what he's become. He's like a meme. And I understand that he was at a gas station and someone pulled up on him and called him a snitch, and I don't know, like a LeBron fanatic, you know, came up to him in a threatening fashion or something at a gas station. Whatever the case may be, these things are absurd. But I want to speak to this, right? And that is why Jeff Teague walked back the statements that he made. And the reason for that is Jeff Teague is a nice guy. Jeff Teague is not a threat. Jeff Teague is going to be easily persuaded to backtrack, say he was joking, ha ha ha, even though he was serious. And he thought he was doing something like a boss move or something by saying those words. But I'm guessing that Clutch Media, LeBron, whatever forces that be, are just trying to, you know, control what they can control. Which takes me back to a situation between Chael Sonnen and LeBron James, which goes back quite a while, and why Chael Sonnen never backtracked his comments about LeBron. Chael Sonnen's comments were actually much more direct, much more of a shots fired, and LeBron didn't respond. And there was no media control. There was no walking it back. And I'm going to explain to you guys why. And I may have already made a video on this when this initially happened. I'm trying to remember if I did or not, but I know I spoke to it on other live streams and other panels on different YouTube channels and things of that nature. Folks, Chael Sonnen is dangerous. Chael Sonnen, if LeBron enters his atmosphere, Chael will throw flames from the depths of hell that could potentially destroy LeBron's legacy. I don't think people understand why Chael Sonnen is this as an existential threat to LeBron's legacy. Chael Sonnen is a steroid user, legally and illegally, going back to his career in MMA. He is heavy in the game, if you understand my position. And he made very direct claims about LeBron's involvement with certain performance-enhancing drugs. He even named the performance enhancer directly EPO, which is an endurance, high-capacity type of performance-enhancing drug. It specifically targets the enhancement of red blood cell count, which allows, if you guys know anything biologically, I have a degree in biology. Red blood cells carry oxygen, blood oxygen. So it allows, you know, you think about the end of games, the sprinting, the running, the jumping. Everybody and their mother, if it's not illegal, would be taking EPO if they were involved in high-capacity competitions that require you to exert yourself. So this takes me to this, right? He named LeBron's, well, he mentions him and LeBron having the same dealer in regards to said EPO. And LeBron never responded. And those shots were direct. And these guys have a past. There's something of a squabble between them that involved Chael Sonnen's wife or something. I don't, whatever. But Chael doesn't like LeBron. I could tell you right now, LeBron does not like Chael. And Chael is very dangerous in LeBron's world. An existential threat. I don't know how I can overstate it. I really can't. Chael is a credible authority in steroid abuse. He lived in a world where it was normalized. He lived in a world where it was illegal and legal during his career in mixed martial arts. And he seems to be very familiar with LeBron's situation, LeBron's involvement, and all those things. That's why Chael never backtracked. That's why Chael walks around with no fear. Because he's dangerous. And, you know, there's a lot of people discussing things of, you know, defamation lawsuits potentially. What Chael said was worthy of a defamation lawsuit. But there was no such lawsuit. We don't even have any reason to believe there was a cease and desist sent to Chael Sonnen. Right? So this is a complete no response to Chael. And I think maybe, just maybe, LeBron was just hoping it would go away. Or maybe there was a meeting between his people and Chael's people. I don't know. And maybe there was hush money. I don't know. That's all conspiracy. That's all speculation and conjecture. But what I do know is LeBron never publicly responded. His camp never publicly responded. His agent never responded. And the things that Chael said were of the origins of a flamethrower. What Jeff Teague did was like child's play. It's like Velcro shoes, right? Kid stuff. And then he walked it back because Jeff Teague's a nice guy. Chael Sonnen is not a nice guy. He's dangerous. He probably puts fear into LeBron in regards to the situation. That's why you didn't see Chael walk it back, and that's why you saw Jeff Teague walk it back. And by the way, Kevin Garnett has not walked back anything. Rick Bucher has not walked back anything. The only person who has done anything that's walking anything back is Jeff Teague, because Jeff Teague is like he's like an ant to a boot. You know, why would Jeff Teague not walk it back when LeBron and his people make him, threaten him, you know, whatever their goals or ambitions were? I don't even know. I mean, maybe it's a deep fake and people are just trolling. I personally think Jeff Teague is just a troll. I think he's just a pawn in this whole thing. But the real story here is why Jeff Teague walked it back, but a guy like Chael Sonnen hasn't. Because Jeff Teague's not a threat. If LeBron and Chael get within the same atmosphere in regards to this issue, I think Chael can destroy him. And that's why you don't see LeBron getting involved, and that's why you don't see Chael walking it back.